And hello, boys and girls. Welcome back to the stream. It's your host, Marley Startled, and we're continuing the campaign in Ultimate General Civil War, continuing the Union campaign on Brigadier General difficulty, and so far so good. We've just finished off Gaines Mill. We're in a very strong position, and I suspect it's going to get worse as we progress. But we've got over the initial hump of um, of Gaines Mill, and now we are on easy street. So now we're moving on to the skirmishes leading up to Antietam. Now Antietam's not too difficult. Well, actually, it's another sort of gatekeeping part of the game where it's a bit hard for Confederacy, but it's really just to check your army sizes to see if you're able to progress. If you can't really win Antietam, it's probably because you've built your army wrong. But as you can see, we have got plenty in the bank. We're going to go more army org, more economy, get nice and rich for the next stage. So we'll do the first skirmish, which is South Mountain. Lears entered into Maryland and northern soil for the first time. He dispatched Longstreet with the right wing of the rebel army at Boonesborough. You need to drive a part of your army through Fox's and Turner's Gap and attack Longstreet. The rest of your army will move to break the siege of Harper's Ferry and relieve its garrison that is attacked by Jackson's left wing of the rebel army. So win, you get tons of cash, moving more men. Lose -5 and -10, but we don't really expect to lose now. General, 2 divisions, push across and take. So this is another one of those sort of slog maps. What the Union campaign will give you is lots of troops and lots of men, but they'll give you really sloggy maps just to wade your troops through. And this is one of them. You see there's a lot of forests with the Confederates defending. There's not a lot of flanking opportunities, and as such, you're going to have a very unpleasant existence trying to cross these positions. But there's not much you can do about it. All you can do is push and hope to break through. So we crack out the 5-speed. There's no need to watch the inevitable march forward. And of course, the victory condition is lose a lot less than 40% of your army. They do expect this to be a slog. And let's slow it down, see what's going on. Move what's left of these guys forward as well, Jesus. Run, 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 run. Cannons up. Cannons up. Hold the cannons because these guys have got too far up. I'm getting guys to cross when they shouldn't be. Cannons are now too close. Chaos. I'm going to start marching these guys forward. Another painful route, but not much we can do. I'm going to see if we can march these guys across the river. Move up what's ever left on reserve. We just need to break across this river first. Once the river's broken across, we can move through with the rest of the troops. Ah, hello, Hoffman. Welcome back. Welcome back to more cannon fodder, more horde tactics. And we continue to try and break through. In this rather irksome campaign. It's just a slow process here, but they're really set up along this wood line, so it's very difficult to make any progress. That's why I'm bringing up the cannons now. The cannons are going to be the force multiplier. Yeah, if only I had some oldie Agent Orange to persevere, but sadly not. Oh, it looks like George McClellan died. Rip George. Looks like he'll never. He'll, looks like he went down a hero rather than lived to see himself become a villain. Poor old George. No wonder he was so defensive, he knew it was coming. I'm gonna see if I can start breaking through some of these troops. But I don't think I am. These soldiers, these like guys really hit hard. Like really hit hard, like freight train hard. I do my best to put as many boys as possible here, but just not making any progress. If anything, I think I'm making a mess of it. Alright, we are breaking through the center, which is good. But at what cost? What cost? And we've broken into the tree line here, so that's not too bad. Wow. This really isn't going very well. I think I'm breaking them though. Meow. Meow. Alright. Lesson learned. Don't try and break that wood up north. Just try and push through the open. And the right is collapsing, so this is good as well. So we're gonna make sure they don't reform. So we're running. Run, boys, run. Keep running. Oh, they've reformed now, boys. Oh, yeah. This is the classic. Really, the Union campaign is not fun in this regard. It's like you just like watch your wonderful cause get ripped apart. But we're good. Breakthroughs are being made. Maneuvers are being done. Now let's run. Make a run for it, boys. Before they get a chance to reform. Once you've broken the line, it's very important you just don't give them time to reform. Just keep on chasing those routers. Now we're in Jungle Town. Really, a jungle is just a very wet forest, isn't it? And people think like jungle's like its own biome, but it's not. Stop counter-attacking me. I survived for 10 minutes. This has turned to a mess. I'm not even looking at it anymore. I've completed the objective. I don't care. I don't care. Oh wait, I do care because that didn't end the battle. So actually, I do care. I do care quite a lot. Stun you, yeah, because you play one speed. You see, it's like, what's going on here? It depends. If I'm anxious about something, then I'll normally go to like 2 or 3 speed because I'm anxious about it. And I'd rather just like let the battle play out as quickly as possible so I don't over micro. Oh, this is awful. Oh, this is awful. Run away. Run away. That north is gone. I don't want to look at it anymore. That, like, all of this is my own guys. There's like no Confederate casualties there. The south is looking better. now that the cannons are here, I'm not too worried about the south. Okay. It's a slaughter. Have I got any reserves to hold the north? Because they're going to keep on charging me now. Two's doing God's work. Go on, Two. Hold. Hold. And everywhere else is just chaos. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, we got some surrenders. Yeah, this was a desperate charge by the Confederacy. They've still got a lot of men in reserve, and that cannon just keeps on hitting our northern flank. So it's just going to be a case of us holding. And McClellan is ripped. Poor old McClellan. Looks like he won't be running for 1864 elections. Two, 1, 0. Let me win this, and we are done. And a victory. But at what cost? At what cost? 8,600 doesn't seem big on ground tactician levels, but it still hurts. Because that's a lot of good troops. And on who's been ripped, so McClellan's gone, Beatty's gone, Clifford's gone, and Mersey's gone. But otherwise, you got some sweet guns, so it works out. It doesn't work out, but you know. So let's once again fix our numbers. Once we fixed our numbers, we can see what we want to invest in next. I think the next investment will be in more manpower, because I've got so much manpower now. I'm just going to go Xbox huge on it. Who's going to replace McClellan? Maggleton, why not? ET. It's also very expensive to get new guns now from this experience. That's where you get from having all the big boy guns. Is that everyone? I believe that is everyone back to full strength. So I've still got plenty of men. Why not go up Army Org one more? Make a new fat corps. I'm going to be using stolen guns for this this force. So where have I got the most stolen guns? You. And more infantry. And then I might make this like one massive cannon battery. I've got 4 12-pound Napoleons. Upgrade you for trainer. Can I get more boys? I can. Lovely stuff. And then I'm out of money. Could spend more money, but it's not really worth it. It's not worth it. Let's move on. Comeback mechanic. Captain's Gap. The rebels have decided for the first time to invade the northern soil. Lee has split his forces in an attempt to secure the supply line at Maryland. Jackson, with the left wing of the rebel army, is attacking Harper's Ferry, a strategic town with an arsenal. You need to drive a part of your army through Crampton's Gap to break the siege. The rest of your army must check the right wing of the rebel army spotted at Boonesborough. So minus 2.5 enemy army size because I beat him in the previous skirmish. Lose 10, okay. Lose 5, gain 4. The Union campaign, you can afford a few draws, you can, but it's not really, it's competitive, you need victories in every single battle. Of course, always the elites core first. I'm going to try and move around on the left. The right is, of course, Pain territory, left isn't that bad. And this looks pretty good. Going to put the cannons behind here as well. Going to put mildly over here. And the boys over here. In fact, I may just leave the cannon. Nah, I'm not going to leave them cannons. Run through here then, boys. I ain't got time. As long as we're in the forest, we've got cover. This is good. Oh shit. Ambush. So how am I supposed to break this with only 4 units? Exactly. Where's these skirmishers? Give them the good news. There we go, there's the rest of the boys. I'm going to form a nice punch line here. Marley's going to bonk himself there. It's always the same. Always the same pain in this. Don't know where these units are going, but not staying around, are they? Whoa, 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 I got an opportunity here. This is why I really should have these up to a much higher status, much higher elite status. Well, I didn't. I spent too much on guns. Come on, you got this. Just hold. Hold, boys, hold. Trant got wounded, bruh. Welcome to the Union campaign, where you get butchered as you try and charge. Like, a lot of the maps, especially for the Confederacy, there's a lot of room to maneuver and flank. The Union campaign, they do it purposefully, so you've got a lot of choke points. But once you've broken the line, you're in a good spot. Once they start flanking, you're in a good spot to start breaking through. It's just like, as long as you've got those reserves, and your troops are still fresh enough to break through, you can push them off to positions, and that will allow you victory. But if you haven't, then GG no re. So that's why, of course, you need to make sure you've got enough manpower. So here we're going to turn off run, so these guys just march slowly forward and engage while they do so. Yeah, you don't want to run during assaults, which is rather counterproductive. You'd think you'd want to run during assaults, but you actually don't. And end the battle. With a victory, as per usual. And the casualties aren't that bad. Sadly, we lost another guy who's got wounded, and we're running out of soldiers, if I'm honest, to pad. Well, running out of officers to pad our numbers. Okay, Lorenz is out the question. What can we get you instead? A Mississippi, perhaps? Oh, you got a lot of Mississippis. They need an auto button to. They need a grand attack auto button, so you'd have to do all of this. All right, everyone back up to full. Let's add more men. Artillery. Napoleon's. Artillery is expensive though. I've got to be careful of that. The Napoleon in me wants me to have like grand batteries, but the economist in me wants me to stop throwing away all my money. I've got to be careful here not to lose my boys. Lose the supply, the Logi boys, because if I do, like £50,000 down the drain. Okay, the limiting factor right now is money, so we need to go up on the economy factor. Any spare guns? Any guns from captured boys? Oh, palmettos, we got loads of those. Got palmettos for days. There we are. Another large death stack to add to the never-ending death stacks I already have. These guys are almost fully upgraded. Just need to upgrade the next line. I'll give these guys some palmettos. Alright, that's the best I can do. But that leads us comfortably into Antietam. So if we just save the game before Antietam. So what have we got bonus-wise? Minus 5% army size, minus 2.5% army size, and minus 2.5% army size. General Robert E. Lee entered the state of Maryland on September 3rd, 1862. His intention is to take the war into Union territory. We cannot allow that. We moved to intercept Lee, and he prepares to meet our army near the town of Sharpsburg. Creating a solid defense behind Antietam Creek. So we're going to have some boys on the left, some boys on the centre, some boys on the right, and a reserve corps. That leaves us with like 105,000 men, 345 guns, 4 corps, yeah. This is a very healthy number for Antietam. The Confederates were chosen off to face our army near the town of Sharpsburg. The nearest bridge to town will probably be very well defended. Act with caution, most likely Confederates have their right flank anchors here. We can cross Antietam Creek using several other passages, but there's a danger of a Confederate ambush or an artillery bombardment in the nearby hills. The safest route to town and the Confederate defense lines is from the north. From here we can launch our first assault in safety. The rebels have possibly hidden forces behind this hill, so we may need to secure it first. Confederate infantry has been detected hiding in these woods. The Confederate lines probably stretch through these woods to the east. Constance found Confederate center holds a sunken road. The town is covered all the way to the west by the Potomac River. If you manage to block this road, Confederates will cut off from their reinforcements and we have a chance of surrounding if we destroy them. Yes, yes. Our division was prepared to attack at dawn. So depending on whether or not you've been ploughing through the Confederate force depends on the difficulty of this level. Of course, I have not, but this means perhaps a challenge because sometimes they've got so few troops you can just flank around and there's nothing they can do. Long-windedly, you just need to push, basically. It's a long-winded way of saying you need to push. So the first thing I'm going to do is going to push on the left because we're going to get reinforcements at a later date, so there's no need pushing elsewhere. Now, depending on how well we've been ploughing through the Confederates, it depends on the resistance on the left. If there's no resistance on the left, it opens up a nice line for us to start teasing the flanks of the Confederacy. Because this is my best corps, so I expect them to be rather effective at breaking through. And then in comes the second line. And the second line will just hold outside here in preparation for the Confederates for the charge in the center. Weak little cavalry push, nothing I can't handle. We're going to hold the cannons there until reinforcements arrive. Again, AI cav, not very smart. And that should be the hill secured. So we're going to leave 3 cores here for the next stage of the battle. And the other cores are going to march forward on the right. Not cores, brigades. Brigades. And then we're going to start the advance. And hopefully use this flanking action to get the most damage done on these units. And already, because of the cannons, we got a nice route on the left, which will allow us to start peeling through. Start flanking. Maybe I haven't flanked wide enough. Potentially haven't flanked wide enough. There we go, position's gone, start pushing forward. Let's keep on doing this over and over. And I move in there to beat the fuck out of these cannons. Sadly, those cannons got to be better of me. But the cav on the left is finally gone, so I don't have to worry about that shit anymore. And let's start relocating these guys down, and Marley down, and then start moving up the keys on the left. Yeah, keep pushing. I did not remember this, but now I do. Oh, I've got some free POWs to add. Out of the pot. So, still early days, still making progress. The first wave has occurred, but we haven't achieved victory just yet. The next line is beginning their advance. And the next reinforcements are coming down to support. The Stonewall Brigade is being a rather bit large nuisance to ignore me. But so like the next wave, we've done a lot of damage on the flanks, and now we're going to start moving up on the left. And more cannons are going to the centre just to punch our way through. Hey, relocating the cannons, yes they are. And then of course we got the reserves coming forward. We've got the cannons moving forward, altogether not too bad. They are beginning to resecure their flanks again, or resecure the second row, which is a bit of a nuisance. But it's okay. We are pinching that hole. And the next batch. On the left, let's just be a slow engagement. I'm not going to overdo it here. I may even withdraw a bit. Come on, fire. Before the cannons get blapped. Ah, shame. I knew that was happening, but I had hoped the cannons would get their volley off first. Alright, gonna do assault on the centre, see if we can break them. Probably not. Yeah, probably not. You've seen, you've seen the amount of men they keep on ringing in. Might be time to retreat the cannons back across the river. We've been well and truly repulsed there. No running, just a general march. Ah, hello, Duel. Thank you very much. I saw that subs came out on World of Warships, but they're not unranked yet, so I don't really want to play co-op with subs. I'd rather actually, you know, play them in competitive. We even got even more reinforcements for the war. Sadly, this has not gone very well on the left, but our right is extremely good. Yes. Right now, subs are ranked isn't out yet, so there's no point renting the subs yet because otherwise you're going to rent the sub before the ranked starts. So yeah, don't redeem your subs. I've already redeemed my tier 10 ones, so I'm a bit butthurt about that. Oh, has it been leaked? Oh, okay, I didn't see that. I'd have to watch that myself and see if it's any good. I like to see this is slowly turning into a slog. Oh, I don't know if it's the recording software. Okay, hopefully the bugs aren't that bad. But you know what those guys are like, you know. So I'm going to move these guys back the way they came. I'm going to try and form up some form of offensive line here. But right now it's all to play for. And more reserves have been deployed, more cannon fodder. More meat shields, yes, exactly. Yeah, I had to take a look at that. But again, I'm not buying early access, that's out of principle. Not early access, not pre-ordering it. Tends to be the battle what breaks the Confederacy's back. And after this stage, things will get slowly better for you. I shouldn't have wasted troops in this attack. Yeah. And then of course you got to wait a while because the hype's still there, you know, everyone's like still going, oh, this is the best game ever, and then once the hype's died out and the paid reviewers are gone, that's when people start actually being honest about the game. Portal idea looks cool. I didn't know there was a portal idea. Sounds very interesting. Look at the trailer on it. Like, how would the portal work? Like what? You get portaled into like different battlefields? You can take units from other games and put them in a match against each other. Like units from Battlefield 1. Like World War I units. Like bad company units. Oh, cool, that's interesting. That's quite the meme. Oh, cool, that's cool. I like the creativity aspect for that. I'm getting some YOLO charges here. I don't like it. That's why, fortunately, the cavalry's actually making bank this time and is not this potato. I wonder if I can get my guys across again to try a flank. So this is Antietam. Enjoy. Enjoy. Hello, have a beautiful time. That'll be interesting. It isn't. It'll be rather creative, you know. I mean, it won't really add too much to the game, but still, it's a creative little spin-off. Spin-off it, you know. It's still got to take the sunken road, but I don't know if he'll be able to manage. Oh look, the Carver routing. Who'd have thunk it? Got more cannons? Yes, we do. Normally this battle is not as massive scale, because normally you're crushing the Union at every opportunity, crushing the Confederates at every opportunity, but this time, however, it's pretty intense. But this is why we brought these boys to the party. That's why we brought so many cannons. One of the few times I actually need to go to I need to go to 1 speed to micro this. Bring up the cannons. Oh, I don't need to charge this. We're good. So I waited the troops on the right. I should have waited until more reinforcements had come so I could challenge that flank a bit more. But hey ho, you live and learn. I'm just looking forward to the environmental effects of Battlefield 2042. I know it's going to be quite the gimmick, but I just like the idea of like massive tornadoes and things like that. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, you're a lunatic, you are. Bravest lunatic I ever met. You just decided to stand in front of your own troops. No! No, Sinclair, I will shield you. And then Sinclair's like, get the fuck out of the way! And the many, many cannons. Ever so slowly bending this flank. Alright, time to send in the reserves. And that is getting close to the end of Antietam. Just make sure you're always bringing the cannons up so you can hit the flanks. Right, bring the troops forward that haven't really seen combat yet. So I'm looking at numbers now, so I know I've got 1,300, 1,500. Anything around 700 is getting really dangerous levels, so I don't want to use those guys. But if I have to just open up another front, I will. And that's a sunken Rome captured. I just want a good old-fashioned push game mode on Battlefield 2042. Bring back the old good old-fashioned push with like combined armed vehicles, things like that. Whoa, 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 you're facing the wrong way there. That's it, that's what I want. And then we move on to the next stage, where we need to capture Sharpsburg, which we can just march one unit down, and that should be the victory we need. Start charging troops across. That's all you do, you just charge. But by now you should have broken the back of the Confederacy. You see, now units are pretty much collapsing. The Confederates retook it. I was trying to go for a cheeky early cap, but hey ho. No! Bring more troops around. These guys may rout, and that means they get destroyed, but hey ho. Come on, you can get this guy. And here we are, the final push. Final push for Sharpsburg. Now I've got some decent troops coming in, we shouldn't have too many problems. It's just these guys being a nuisance. Could send the cavalry round. I wish I had some stronger units. They've all been butchered in this battle. I mean, if it's any consolation, you know, we have got a full stack coming in, so we don't really need to push up north anymore. Some irksome troops on the right. We're not really paying attention anymore because we. I could be paying a bit more attention if I'm honest. Start advancing towards Sharpsburg. Hopefully I can break the back of these guys before they get in there, because it's going to be an absolute nightmare to push them off if they do get into Sharpsburg. Really? Telling me you haven't wiped these cannons out? That's irritating. Oh no, they're all in Sharpsburg. It's going to be fucking awful. Alright, what have I got left? Alright, got some prisoners. I got a load of cannon fodder over here. A load of cheap cannon fodder. And we're just going to brute force our way through the centre now. There you go, some more surrenders. Really, this is where you can break the back of the Confederacy. Like, I'm going to wipe, I don't even want to wipe these guys. Oh, they surrendered back. So many troops held behind by these potatoes. This is what you don't want to happen. So now we just charge in. Early's back. Everyone's mass surrendering, such as life. Oh, I wish you cannon would stop. So this is coming to an end. We've more or less broke the back of the Confederate troops after that charge into Richmond, which is actual charge into Sharpsburg. But primarily, what you want to do is, of course, in hindsight, is to hold here, wait until you get the mass of your troops, try and do a left flank and a right flank, and just turn that into sort of a horseshoe. There's not a lot of Confederate defences on this position, so you can really flank round and get into a nice flanking position to fire on it. At that stage you can farm away for like the entire battle, but then once you've got enough troops, slowly start cutting them off from Sharpsburg. Otherwise you're going to end up in this situation where well, where you're just like fighting Stalingrad, Civil War Stalingrad. But again, it's been a while since I played a Union, so I haven't remembered all the hot strats. Oh no, you're gonna end up collapsing. Oh, you know it. Oh yeah. He's routed, mass route. Do I need the Stony Bridge? I don't think I do. No, fuck the Stony Bridge. And the Confederacy will never come back from this. I don't think. This is the closest they're going to get to having a sizable force to hold you back. I was too hasty. Sometimes you got to wait a few phases so you got all your troops in the field, and then it can turn to a curb stomp. But I was too hasty. Suppose I should capture this just to end the scenario. Oh no! Confederate reinforcements. Runaway cavalry. Let's start retreating back a little bit. And now we wait. And the victory. Yeah, so this is really a test of your slogging potential as the Union. But again, you can get back your manpower. There is a very cheesy way of doing it, of course. If you looked on the map, again, if you did that horseshoe formation, what I eventually did, you can do that if you just wait a couple of stages, a couple of phases where you've got all your troops in the field, then you can start the squeeze. But it's not really, but it's not the essence of the battle. I could have handled this a lot better. I could have used my troops a lot more. I had forgotten that there'd be more reinforcements of the Confederacy on the northern theatre, so I probably overflanked too early, and that meant a lot of casualties. Still, 90,000 men, 50,000 men, 36,000 casualties, 27,000 casualties. You don't want them to fall back in Sharpsburg. That was a big mistake on my part, and it cost me a lot of men. Officers, statesmen died. Everyone else got promoted, and a few wounded boys, but it was an absolute slaughter. So this is why I say Antietam, unless you're cheesing the battles and wiping out the Confederates every single battle, Antietam is indeed the first gatekeeping level. Easy to do with enough manpower, but still, just very fiddly. Accuracy plus 10 or firearms plus 10 or reloading and firearms. Let's do accuracy. The Great Horde, the Union Hordes. So this was the northern course. This is why it's so badly smashed up. There's not a lot left. Again, I'm not spending too much money on experience yet because I haven't got training up fully. Once I got training up fully, I will spend it on experience.
Yes, sir.
It's a slaughter. Always the worst part of these massive battles because it's just like, this is the state of your army now. I see.
Sir, yes, sir.
1,500. Yes, 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 yes. And then moving on to the second corps.
Sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir, yes, sir. With even more badly damaged troops. But this is just the first step of the many suicidal onslaughts the Union campaign is. The next one is Fredericksburg, and depending on how well you've been smashing the Confederate troops there beforehand,
Yes, sir.
also depends on the difficulty of Fredericksburg. But Fredericksburg is unpleasant. It's a very unpleasant battle, again, for this exact reason. This cavalry corps was garbage, but I'm still going to use it anyway because I've already committed now.
Yes, sir.
I wonder if I can change you to actually a decent... You know what? Have palmettos. Colt, that's fine. Cavalry needs to be 170, 750 strong, otherwise they'll rout. And they'll lose all of them. So that's why I always make them as large as possible. And that is what's left of the second corps. They didn't take as many casualties. I could already tell. Next corps to rebuild. If this was a Confederate campaign, I'd have just restarted the battle because you can't afford to take that much casualties in a Confederate campaign.
Yes, sir.
Just about going to stay in the black here, I think, in terms of manpower. I think we've just got enough to maintain the size of our armies.
Yes, sir.
Which we have. Full size, full size. Everything is full size. That is good. And the next corps. Okay, maybe not. But this was the last corps, so I don't think we used a lot of troops here, so I think we'll be alright. You know what? Time to use some of our political connections to get 8k more men. And that is the entire army rebuilt. So we've got politics already. I think medicine and army org. So I can fill out my troops even more. Maybe give him an artillery gun. Yeah, I'm gonna make a lot more artillery.
Yes, sir.
Howitzers, give me 12 howitzers. Now let's see if we can upgrade some of these guns. So your guns are pretty good. What about your guns? Your guns should also be pretty OP, which they are. Third corps, mostly palmettos. Don't really like that. We're gonna go with upgrading them if possible. Using some of the stolen weapons from
Yes, sir.
the enemy.
Yes, sir.
And then blowing all our cash on the rest. And then we'll fill out some more cannons. Wherever I have stolen cannons, I'm going to pad them out with I'm just going to use stolen cannons now. Or captured cannons. Sadly, I've ran out of captured cannons. 20-pounder parrots. Why not? And another infantry corps until I run out of manpower. There we are. And that is that. So the comeback mechanic. Assemble. 23,400 more Confederate troops are being deployed to the Army of Confederacy. If we compare that to the army, my size of my armies, 25, 40, 50, 60, 70, about 100,000. Compare that with Unions, Confederacies, it's still pretty evenly matched. So the next battle is Fredericksburg, which is going to be an absolute slaughter. So we're going to get more men if possible and keep padding our numbers because the next stages are pretty bad. But first, the skirmishes. Perryville. Our scouts reported the rebels are deploying infantry near Perryville. The town controls an important road junction and its valuable source of fresh water. We must defeat them to secure the strategic area of Kentucky. There we go. Deploy your troops. It's literally just a case of hold the line. So we've got plenty of cannons, plenty of infantry. I'm going to get rid of one of my boys to add another cannon. And then we're going to deploy. Everyone run. These boys move up and mildly move up. Because we won the previous camp battle, we get the Iron Brigade, which is a 3-star veteran force, which is nice to have. Also very painful to come up against if you play the Confederacy. When you see those bad boys pop up, you know pain's going to start. You're going to be on the pain train. And our cannon's going to form a nice chunky line right behind here. Not the rebel skirmishers. Oh no, I'm going to move one of these guys back this way because I reckon they're going to try and cross this river. Let's retreat a little bit. And already their numbers aren't as high as they used to be. Ooh, left flank, how's that going? Can't be going too badly. Might do some retreating into the wood line. Like so. And some heavy micro. And the cannon batteries on the center will knock these guys out. It's a pretty easy battle. I do like Antietam. Antietam's like the last big hurrah. Well, in most of my games, Antietam's the last big hurrah for the Confederacy until they start dwindling. It is like when they're still pretty evenly matched. Sometimes Gettysburg can feel a tad underwhelming. Once again, they don't know how the Cav doesn't know what to do. What sort of cannons are these? 10-pound ordnance, it's not the best, but these boys are my shotguns. Yeah. Let's just quickly move along. Easy peasy. Yeah, the Union is extremely forgiving, very forgiving. Like, you can just throw your troops away. That's really the what the Union gimmick is. You have all these resources, but you're just gonna throw them away. Just throwing everything at the kitchen sink to make it stick. So the AI is quite intelligent in the Game Labs games. I think Darth Mod actually, the guy who did Darth Mod actually became part of Games Labs. Again, this is just I think it is, but don't quote me on it. And of course, he helped with the AI, I believe. And so when the AI doesn't really have enough manpower, and it logically thinks, okay, I shouldn't push here, and so they won't be as aggressive. So of course, on those high difficulties, when the enemy has a lot more manpower, they're going to get a lot more aggressive. But we're already seeing they've only got like enough manpower for 1 or 2 charges before they start getting pushed back. And then this happens. So it's a wonderful way to train up your troops. Yeah, Antietam, I love Antietam. It's just such like it's like a turning point of the war. Oh no, this guy has taken 100 deaths and 800 kills. How will we recover? What's the cannons done? Yeah, the cannons don't do very well until unless they're being shotguns. Run away! Still, I wonder what these guys will make next, because right now they've done Age of Sail, Ultimate Admiral, Age of Sail. They've done Ultimate Admiral. They've got the Ironclad game, which is coming out. Wouldn't mind playing that for the dynamic campaign, but I am hoping that they do a Napoleonic Wars like this, but within the Napoleonic Wars. I'd be a very happy camper if they did that. Also, there's some news on Unity of Command 2. They're releasing Moscow 41, or they're going to release it soon, where you play the Soviets doing the 41 counteroffensives, which I think is going to be really good. So I'll be playing that as soon as that comes out. Probably I'll try on medium difficulty, but again, if I get scuppered, then I'll have to go in easier mode again. Yep. 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 This immediately goes into inflating the numbers even more. That's 6,000 more men I can use for the meat grinder. I mean to inflate the Union numbers.
Yes, sir.
More cannons. Imagine unironically not having like 50 cannons in your army. Like, bro, just use let's use cannons. Let's use these bad boys. But I'm running out of cannons to buy, so we're gonna have to go back and use some of these chaps. Manpower's a limiting factor right now, so we're gonna upgrade our guns a little bit wherever we can upgrade them, and then we're going to go down medicine, so I get better trickle back. So this will mean that I will get unit restore of 6%, meaning that my troops will come back greater, so to speak. So I will get some trickle back. Which is another thing you should be rushing as a Confederacy. Also, you want to be destroying massive armies as armies of Confederacy just to get guns, because guns are extremely important for the higher tiers of play. You've all got sweet guns. You've got sweet guns. Getting to the stage where I'm overpowered. Oh, 3 guns. I'll take that. Springfields. I'll buy you Springfields, and then we're out of money again. After the Battle of Paveville, I'm certain I have no longer the power to stop mildly, and I fear that I will be replaced. Don't worry about it, bro. You're getting 3,600 new boys. 3,500 Texan recruits have been spotted arriving at rail near your position. Next step is Iuka, or Iuka. The government requested to advance part of your army to Iuka to join elements of our forces in the Tennessee that approach from the north. Little's Confederate division spotted near the Jacinto Road Junction, 2 miles south of Iuka. I think it's Iuka. He is taking up positions to halt your advance. You have to attack Little and clear the way to Iuka. Okay. Rebel divisions have taken blah blah blah, and we're going in for a YOLO push. This doesn't look too difficult. Looks like this just two, as long as we've got enough cannons. It's going to be another cannon job, isn't it? We'll start the battle. 1, 2, 3, 4. No BT. 1 guard boy is here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And we're just going to brute force our way forward using the human wave tactic I've shown you all. But then, yeah, I probably won't need to because the Confederate numbers will be getting weaker. Not the cannons. Oh no, don't hit my general. Oh no. Not today, son. Yeah, 1,100. They are hemorrhaging troops. Oh, because of Antietam. Antietam is really the bad point. We're not going to overextend here. We're going to wait for the cannons to come up. Once the cannons are in position, we'll commence Operation Chad. Just break the center. Once you break the center, you can kill these guys off. Yeah, the numbers game, and I've got more numbers. I think the game expects you to have a lot less troops at this stage from after Antietam, but I don't really have much. I don't have much of a problem right now. And then we start moving forward. Really using the supremacy of the cannons now. Oh no! Took a few casualties there. Reaching a critical mass. What do I have to do now? Literally nothing. Let's gotta wait. Yeah, just gotta wait. But you can see how tempting it is to really just want to wipe out these armies. But don't do it. You'll ruin your immersion, ruin your gaming experience. Do it as a Confederacy then. Don't do it as a Union, do it as a Confederacy. Now we wait. Oh, looks like those guns are done. Only 183 kills, eh? Yeah, early cannons are pretty naff, but as the game goes on and the guys get more experience, they become pretty OP. And done. A non-engagement once more. The Defense Superior Service Medal, hey? Duly noted. I've got... Alright, so I'm going to have to buy someone to equip. There we are. One of my corps commanders died, or divisional commanders died. Had to spend some political power. I was like, listen guys, I keep on throwing my boys into the meat grinder, I need some help. And Lincoln's like, give this man whatever he wants. So our limiting factor is manpower. So once again, we're going to do trickle back. I believe that's everyone back up to scratch, which they are. And I'm going to add some more infantry. And then with the last of our money, that mass upgrading again. Oh, I can't afford it. What a shame. What a shame. Oh well. And finally, Fredericksburg. So, what perks have we got from the victories? -5 army size, -10% army experience, -5% enemy army size. So, the government presses us to cross the Ragnarok River and march upon Richmond. The town of Fredericksburg offers a suitable ground to prepare for the crossing because the rail lines can keep our army well supplied. Bureaucratic procedures delayed the arrival of the necessary pontoon bridges, giving Lee precious time to reinforce the area and begin fortifying his positions. While our engineers try and build the bridges, they are being continuously harassed by Confederate sharpshooters, delaying us even more. On December 11, 1862, our army is finally able to cross the Ragnarok. On the other side, the whole Confederate army of Northern Virginia awaits entrenched, occupying the heights south of the town. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ready to go. So this is a pretty healthily large army, but the defensive positions on Fredericksburg is ridiculous. The only Potomac is preparing to cross the Ragnarok. Blah 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 blah. Basically, this is a mini skirmish. You don't have to win it. You just cross the river and beat up whoever's on the other side. So you just run on. Actually, you're not even going to bother doing that. We're just going to chill here. Because this is a meme battle. You're just going to waste troops trying to actually cross. Don't bother doing it. It's a waste. You're wasting time doing it. Yeah, historically, you never even have to cross. Unless you actually have to do as a union, in which case, but that's no fun. That's no fun at all. We're going to cross. Cross, cross, cross. Turn left. Take the cap. Hold here and chill. Yeah, you can bring mildly over if you want. Give them some mole support. You're doing really well, guys. I'm so proud of you. Is that a new uniform? I like what you've done with your hair today. And that saves us wasting a minute. More reinforcements. Good thing we didn't need it. Let's start. Today we are ready to advance. We should concentrate your forces to attack Prospect Hill. Watch out for the rebel cavalry masking the right side. We are going to get rid of these guys so we can bring our cannons elsewhere. All the cannons are going to spawn. Preferably over here. 1, 2, 3. Is that all the cannons? I believe so. And then we can have one infantry guy. The supply wagon. On there. And then everyone else can spawn over here. 1, 2, 3. No. Oh, I've got to put the cannons there. I can't put them anywhere else. Ruh. 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 All right, here we go. A nice slow advance. You don't want to overstretch yourself just yet. Make sure everyone's in position. Or unless you start getting fired at. Or your potato AI decides to start being potato. Let's start shuffling down the line. Yay! Yeah, let's start shuffling down the line. Yeah. Cannons. Come on, cannons. Move on down. Oh crap, you guys have already been routed. No worries, we'll wait for the cannons to get here. It's a cheeky counterattack they're trying, isn't it? And it's all marshes, so expect pain and misery now. You guys keep on getting volleyed, but you can't see who's volleying you, so it's not a good idea to keep you out like that. I'll start moving in on the right. Send all the cav on the right as well, why not? Why not? Move the cannon, the great cannon battery on the left. And we're almost there, almost ready for Operation Charge. We have to run here, pin these guys down. More cannons. Is that everyone in position? I think almost. We are ready to go. Let's begin. And the cav can come round and do some more epic flanking. There we go. Like even flanking, guys. All part of the plan, don't worry about it. Alright, this wasn't part of the plan. Maybe I overextended too quickly. Potentially I have got over eager. I'll start running. Everyone will start running. Through the marshes. They're all in bogs, so it's not going to work. Get out of the bog. Under pressure. Under pressure. Alright, so you've made progress. You've actually broken through that line. You're just knackered now, so you're not going to do anything. The great charge. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why weren't you paying attention to that cow? You were just standing there getting slapped. See now, if you were a Grand Tack cow, you'd have not thrown your lives away. Now, you must be thinking, why are you potentially charging Barley when the objective is here? Well, it's to pin the Confederates in place. If I don't pin them in place, they're just going to march around to counter me. There's this little charge up front, even though it is a costly mess. It's also a rather effective way of pinning the Confederacy in place. And eventually the lines will collapse because of the melee, and then my guys can start firing. But the mistake a lot of people make is they run too early in this battle, and because you're in the bog, you can't actually move forward, and you end up in a bad spot. You end up being exhausted, and then you can't push anymore, and everyone laughs at you, and that's just the way it goes. And I believe if you take the objective early, you actually win the battle on the first day. So I don't think we're going to achieve that, sadly. So now we've got to attack the center. This is more of the same, and I'm just going to do a general advance because I can. Because I'm the Union. Right, maybe I could be a little bit careful here, hey. Maybe I'm being a little bit hasty, hey. Hey boys, maybe I got a little too cocky. What my cannon's doing, I don't know. Cannon's got too cocky. I'm going to send some troops up to flank round. Too many frontal charges, not good. God damn. You know what? It can only be solved one way. And that is by mass assault. They can't kill everyone. And if they can, well, it's alright. It'd be worse. What am I trying to achieve here, actually? I need to take that objective. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Perfectly balanced as all things should be. Of course, historically this didn't work, but then again, historically, the Confederacy didn't get absolutely annihilated at Antietam, so you know. Sometimes this will look bad, but actually a lot of the time you're not taking a lot of casualties because you guys are routing and getting out of there quite quickly. And I need to capture Telegraph Junction. Don't know with what troops though. I mean, I could send those troops down to capture Telegraph Junction, I suppose. Maybe send those troops up to capture Telegraph Junction. Do I actually need to capture Telegraph Junction? No, I don't, so why would I bother? So this is the option if you want to take the Babby option out and flank around instead and take Telegraph Junction, which takes longer, but of course doesn't involve suicidal mass charges. See, Burnside could have pulled it off if only he just like ordered everyone to attack at once. No, don't believe that. It says it's a little bug that happens, sadly. Not much you can do about it. I don't need to push this, so why am I trying? Retreat back. Run away! Run away, you cowards. I mean, you heroes of the Union. And now we can just chill. So, this is one of those events where, depending on how you build your army, depends how difficult this battle is. So if you've been losing lots and lots of troops, you haven't been winning a lot of battles, then Fredericksburg becomes an absolute nightmare. However, if you're steamrolling or snowballing as the Union, this battle becomes a complete curb stomp, and you can actually just frontally break because your arms are so strong. Of course, on, let's say, major general difficulty, this battle was a little bit more challenging, but as the Union, you can have so much manpower that, in terms of balance, at this stage, it shouldn't be too much of an issue for you to win. Hold Mary's Heights and hold Prospect Hill, which I've done both of. There's quite a few ways to get victory here, so you can either just hold Mary's Hill and hold Telegraph Road, so that means you don't have to yeet down here and you can cheese the game a bit and move your entire army in this corner. you can, of course, take Mary's Heights and Prospect Hill, which is a bit more difficult. Actually, Prospect Hill is probably the more challenging of the two, but for the most part, this is not a challenge. If you get bored of getting bullied by artillery, you can move forward and crush these positions. Or your troops can flank, attempt to expose their flank to the artillery and then get deleted by grape shot. Now, I don't like artillery because they do a lot of damage to me, so we are going to delete them. Also, sometimes this tactic is quite good because you can get a mass rout and then all your units fire at once and wipe out a massive portion of the routing Confederate troops. This sort of means that you can cause almost a chain reaction of routes and counter routes, and the Confederate troops can't fire into you because you've caused a rout. And so sometimes this mass assault tactic, although costly initially, if you can actually break the line and get enough troops through, it can turn into a complete curb stomp. Once again, we're off to bully the artillery, because the artillery is bullying me. That Keys needs to rout, otherwise it's gonna... the brigade's gonna die. Come on, Keys, run away. Don't take another volley, please. And this should be a victory. Victory! Now the fight continues on the right flank, so I've still got to fight this out, even though I've won it, so yeah. Fight on the Confederate right continues. Does it? Does it really now? Don't think it should, or does. Start trying to push through here, boys. Oh, we've got to surrender? That's my own part that surrendered. Get fucking back here, you piece of garbage. Nope. Shouldn't be doing that. I'm going to start trying to push through here. getting a bit desperate now because I forgot how vulnerable this was. I don't think go get my my boys back, my supplies back. Go for the supplies. Thank you. No. Give me back my supplies. Alright, hold a cav and that come plowing over there. Run this way. Eventually the lines will sort themselves out. Gotta have faith in you've got to have faith in the infantry. You've got to have faith in the AI. Once you've broken in here, it's fine. It's just about the initial breakthrough, which is really difficult to do because of course they've got cover, you haven't. And so the initial breakthrough is really bad. But once you've broken into this absolute mess of a front line, things get a little bit less painful. I'm going to start retreating my more damaged cores back. Yeah, see, this is like an auto route. You start pushing enough, you can start routing, just chain routing. Yay, free cav. Ammo's pretty bad right now. Ammo's bad, there's holes in my lines. Time to try and retreat the damaged units. But for the most part, we've broken through, so. This is not the optimum way of doing it. Telegraph Hill is very vulnerable. You can march a corps division over there, and you can take that without much of a threat. But there's no fun in that. Because historically this never works, but the frontal charges were a complete absolute slaughter. Fredericksburg was a catastrophe for the Union. But hey, we can ult, we can LARP Burnside. I mean, this would still be even possible with three cores. You just have to do the punch-through tactic instead. Or just flank round on the right, because this is where the most vulnerable and this is where you want to be taking, so you just move the whole army on the right flank and then break through. And done. Victory! 38,000 casualties! 28,000 infantry for the Confederacy. Few deceased commanders, but altogether not that bad, because you're not really expected to win this as the Union. You're supposed to draw. So if you do win it, you get an awful lot of manpower and a lot of troops back to pad your stats. So we immediately begin mass upgrades. We're going to use veterancy here to just keep that high tier veterancy.
Yes, sir.
But sadly, we've lost a lot of commanders doing this.
Form line. Yes, sir.
And our troops are not the best. Still, our cannons aren't bad. I've decided to go with quantity over quality, which is probably what I should not have done. Looks like the northern wave didn't actually suffer too many casualties. It was the south which got the brunt of the Burnside special. I don't really want to look at the south yet. I can't wait to look at the third corps. Like, there's a lot of casualties for this corps, and I didn't really take that many casualties, so there's a lot of like wounded officers for this corps, but it didn't take a lot of casualties. There you go. This is what I was expecting.
Sir, yes, sir. Form line.
This was what I was expecting. But a lot of them got veterancy, so you know, it all works out. We're gonna get 8,000 more troops to pad our numbers. I still don't think it'll be enough to fully rebuild the Union Army after that
Yes, sir.
wonderful little engagement, but I like to dream. That's good enough. The cavalry force is garbage. I don't know why I keep using it. Oh crap, that was not what I wanted to do. Let's bring you back down. I can't do that. Well, that's a waste. That's a waste. Next list of casualties. Any casualties? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I may have got a little bit carried away with the slaughter. You're getting sacked, and you're getting sacked. So I can rebuild this core. And we're going to look at what we're going to do next. So our limiting factor right now is manpower. So we're going to go up medicine to get some more manpower back. I mean, the people that didn't suffer catastrophic casualties are extremely well trained. So the discussion about whether or not having high veterancy and like having massive casualties and keeping your units, not adding new recruits to your units is it's not recommended. You want to always bring up your brigades back to full strength. Otherwise, bad things will happen. And here we are. So I got 2 cores back up to full strength. Couldn't get the 3rd core back up. But that's why we have the smaller battles. Well, this is why we have one small battle, Parker's Crossroad. And then we've got Stones River. Overham Lincoln has ordered an all-out offensive across the country to take advantage. I think, though, this is a defensive map. Pretty sure this is a defensive map. So I don't think it's that bad. Anyway, this is the end for today. You saw 2 wonderful slaughters. Antietam and Fredericksburg. But of course, if I was doing it properly, I would probably would have done the punch-through technique once again, got my artillery up, formed up, and then begun the advance. But of course, I didn't bother doing that. And so we end up where we are now, with a highly diminished force. But we have an awful lot of money, so, you know, it all works out. A lot of money. I wonder if I can equip these guys with better guns.
Sir, yes, sir.
I think I can. And there we are. So we have one battle here to get us 4,400 more recruits. And that should allow us to resupply the 3rd core. 5th core, we're not going to get to full strength, sadly, so we may actually have to close this down. But after this battle, it shouldn't be that big an issue. So we ran out of some supply here as well, much to my irritation. I actually use some money to bolster my cores, bolster my supply. So Parker's Crossroad, defeat -10. Oh, that's naughty, that. And victory +5. With 4,400 more recruits, which we need. We need those more recruits to pad our numbers. I don't think Stonewall is going to be that difficult, but you know how it is. So, gentlemen, thank you for watching. I think I have saved. I have. It is 20:06, yes. So, thank you for watching. Have a good one, and I will see you guys later. So, adieu.